Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League. We are here back in the A League for Race 3 here at Brighton Motorsports Park. Brighton Motorsports Park is a very interesting circuit. It's got a few more turns, or actually less turns than the normal tracks, but has a very dangerous off-road section that includes hills and bumps that could send these racers flying. The season that we last left off has Oswald in the lead with 37 points, followed very closely by a comically long car name, as well as Torque Master in your top three. We do have some cars that are relatively new, so they have a little bit less points, but we have plenty of races in this upcoming season to have them catch up with the rest of the pack. Again, this is another call out saying that the B League is open and it has 9 slots left, so if you want to get your car in this race, hop onto the Discord to find out more information. It's pretty straightforward and we can help you set up at any time. It will be Kaufmobile and Gunoff leading us off for this qualifying round. Behind them is Oswald and a comically long car name. I believe Kaufmobile has the green flag. It is up to them. They're going to do it when they cross a line. Oh, they will. Crossing a line. It's Kaufmobile trying to get as much time as they can to get maybe catch everybody else off guard, but looks like it didn't really work at all. Oh my goodness, a super crash back there for Super Fury, crashing into the second corner. We have to wait for them to get reset. We have a couple more crashes going on. I believe that's Fiery Dragon as well. It's a short race, so we are not going to go into a caution flag just yet. It's a very short race, and it's only qualifying. And these cars are flying off the track already. Oh my goodness, this has been way more aggressive than what we've seen in practice lately. And it is in the front, though, Oswald making that pass on Kaufmobile and Lambo as well, going into third place. We are now following them as they go around into the end of the second lap into the S section. It's a little bit more calm. It gives them time to recover after that crazy dirt section, but no recovery for either of them as Lambo turns around both Oswald and Kaufmobile. What a very aggressive move. Oh my goodness. Back up front, we have, we're actually now on board with Gunoff, who fell back down into 6th place. They are trying to catch up. They're right behind Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight actually got themselves in the top 5 after a pretty crazy incident with their owner. Not incident necessarily, but bad performance in the last few races caused some crazy training and even firing of the driver. Now there's a whole new driver into the Lazy Knight car, but Dirty Drafter is not having any of it. Oh my goodness. Going onto the dirt track, Dirty Drafter is almost a wild child, gets sent off by Kaufmobile into the sign. That is so unfortunate. Moving forward, it is Lambo, Nether Racer, and now Bill Gates actually up there in the front. Behind them is Gunoff, comic long car name, and getting passed now by Jitterful Motorsports. And then Lazy Knight as well, getting past them, is trying to get past them at least. Kane, also a person that you don't really see often because they're relatively new. They're also there into the top 10. Up front, though, it is still Lambo with nearly a second gap to Nether Racing. And I believe it is now Nether Racing is losing some time as we see up in the front. We're going to try to see if we can get to them. There they are. Nether Racing is getting fought by Bill Gate, getting them distracted, trying to prevent them from basically making that pass for first place. And we don't want that. It is now the final lap. So oh my goodness. A massive crash for Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight gets sent off the track. Must have got hit by Torque Master or Super Fury as they now are dropping down the order here. This is not going to put them in a great position for the race, but the race is 10 laps. The average lap time around here is around 59-60 seconds, and so it will be a relatively short race, but this dirt section definitely leaves a lot to be desired in terms of control for these cars. Coming up on the finish line, it is still Lambo, who had a dominant race this entire race after knocking out those first front runners. But Gunoff has made his way back up, actually. It's really impressive catch-up for Gunoff there. Nether Racer making her way through into the final lap. It is now reaching the finish line. It's going to be Lambo nearly getting passed by Bill Gate, Nether Racer, and then I believe that is also Gunoff, Jitterful Motorsports, Kane. There's so much going on. Let's just look at the final board here. It's going to be Lambo, Bill Gate, Nether Racing, Gunoff, Jitterful Motorsports, Kane, Oswald, Super Fury, Prototype, Torque Master, Kaufmobile, Dirty Drafter, Fiery Dragon, a comic long car name, Lazy Knight, and I believe we are missing the Mateo car, and there they are, finishing us up over 20 seconds behind. What a crazy race. This will be your pole and qualifying positions for this race, race 3 of the A League of the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League. Welcome back to Brighton Motorsports Park. We are now here for the official race, Race 3 of the Scrap Mechanic Auto Racing League. A quick recap of your qualifiers. We have Lambo in pole, we have Bill Gate in second place, and Nether Racing in third. So those will be your top 3 for this official race. Your pole qualifier, Lambo, had a very dominant run in the qualifying round after making a probably some enemies, knocking out the first front 2 runners of Gunoff and I believe that was Kaufmobile as well. But after that, they were in front for pretty much the entire qualifying race. They had a few scares there with some other cars, but in the end, they came out victorious. Let's hope that they can carry that onto victory for this race, because I do know they have plenty of other cars, almost all 15 other cars coming after them. Mateo, on the other hand, I believe has some weighting issues on the dirt track. I believe their ride height caused them to be a little bit slower in some of the cases. As you can see here, actually around the same ride height as the other cars, but made of much more solid and heavier blocks, causing some issues in terms of ground control. Let's hope that they can make some quick recoveries and maybe even make some corrections to their speed and control for this race. Race control has given the all clear for Lambo to take the green flag whenever they're ready. I believe it's going to wait for the rest of the cars to come around the corner before starting, just to not have an unfair advantage. And we're going to see how it turns out. I believe everybody is ready to go. The clock is ticking, and there they go. It is a green flag. Lambo takes a great jump out the front, followed by Bill Gate. Bill Gate is right on that tail, going through the first chicane, going into turn 3. Nether Racer, Bill Gate, Lambo, Gunoff, Brighton Motorsports, Kane, and Oswald and Super Fury as your top 8, going onto the dirt track. You can see here there is a lot of bumps as Brighton Motorsports gets sent off the track and has to recover, trying to make a quick recovery to see if they can keep going. They do. They fly back onto the track. We have not seen that kind of aggression in a very long time. Back up front, though, it's Bill Gate now leading off Lambo, but here in the middle of the pack, it's Lazy Knight, Oswald, Prototype, and Kaufmobile all fighting hard. Or excuse me, that's Gunoff, not Kaufmobile. Excuse me. All fighting hard, trying to get into the top 10. Right now, it's still Bill Gate leading off Lambo by a second. Nether Racer another second behind them, so it's pretty spread up front. So we're going to be following the action as our cameraman decides to do. Our cameraman is following Lazy Knight right now. Lazy Knight had a driver change actually between the last race and this race, as there has been some performance issues and frustration from their owner, Laxon. Ooh, going around the chicane, getting past Oswald, a very good move by the new driver, by the Lazy Knights. Going through now, they're going up to the bump, and oh my goodness, Torque Master nearly flips over, but recovers pretty well, but still slows down enough to get passed by Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight moving their way up into 7th, looking for 6th right now, as Kane gets a little bit of a slip up on a bump there on the last corner, or the last part of the dirt section, and does. Lazy Knight moving up into 6th place, now chasing down Super Fury. Moving forward, we now are following on board with the Kaufmobile, who's been a quick racer this season so far, but now is down into 9th place, trying to make a move around Torque Master and Kane, moving their way up front. Speaking of up front, we are now in a 3-way battle for 2nd place with Lambo, Nether Racer, and Gunoff. And here comes Nether Racer. Nether Racer getting the slipstream of Bill Gate, who's been having a pretty commanding lead, at least a second so far for these last 2 laps, as they make their way around the 1st and 2nd, 3rd corner, going through the chicane. We have not seen a race like this in a long time, possibly because I don't know how to upload consistently, but also because we fixed things. Super Fury gets a massive leap onto the edge of the dirt track and has to slow down to recover, but they drop down a few places. That lets Lazy Knight move their way up into 5th place, top 5 already for the new driver. Very good. But up in front, Lambo uses the slipstream and gets past Bill Gate on the inside, just perfectly on the inside, as now Bill Gate is sandwiched between 2 quick cars, Lambo and Nether Racer. Behind them is Gunoff, the part of the people that was actually qualifying up front before getting knocked out by actually someone who we haven't seen in a long time, Dirty Drafter. Dirty Drafter is now 25 seconds back. Let's actually check on them real quick and see what's going on. Dirty Drafter must have had a horrible incident on the dirt track and is now trying to recover. Up front though, Lambo somehow makes an amazing gap now to Lazy Knight, taking over second lead. Over a second lead, and now actually getting closed down quickly due to the slipstream. But over the dirt track now, it is Lambo, Lazy Knight, Bill Gate, Nether Racer, who just got past Bill Gate using a bump to their advantage. And now up front, Lazy Knight making a move for the lead. Oh my goodness, this is something you haven't seen often. Up front, it is Lazy Knight making a defensive move to prevent Lambo from overtaking them just immediately. Like, excellent response with a minute flat for their best lap time, nearing the lap record of 59.5. So if we see anything faster than that, that will be the lap record around here. But for now, it will be Lazy Knight, Lambo, Nether Racer, Bill Gate, and I believe Coffeemobile a couple seconds behind them, and a very big kerfluffle crowd of cars trying to reach first place. Lazy Knight trying to fight off Lambo, cannot make it work into the chicane. Lambo gets an excellent run going into the chicane, getting on the inside, but Lazy Knight trying to go on the inside into the dirt section might have an easier, has an easier entrance. It's actually a little bit smoother on the inside there for a lot of the cars if they try to exit there. Boom, my goodness, a big moment there for Kane in the back trying to make it through. Drops down to 10th place. I don't know if you saw that before the camera switched, but Lazy Knight now back into the front, fighting off Lambo. This is an intense battle for first place between these four cars. So far, there's been no other challengers. I believe Coffeemobile will be there. Torque Master is on their way. Lazy Knight actually putting in their fastest lap again. Let's see what that time was. It was a 59.9, so 0.4 seconds off the lap record. So these cars are going faster and faster as the race goes on, but right now they're going to slow down by a lot as Lazy Knight and Lambo battle it off, letting Nether Racing come through. Bill Gate here. Now all of the cars are here. It is Bill Gate, Nether Racer, Coffeemobile, Torque Master, Super Fury, and the prototype car. And there's Mateo, actually, the last place qualifier in the last run, made some excellent corrections between race. And no, Lazy Knight gets spun out. You hate to see that. Lazy Knight gets spun out and now drops down into 13th place and has 4 laps to try to make any sort of corrections and catching up and getting into the points of top 10. They are on a mission now. Up front though, we are on board with Lambo as they fight with Nether Racer. You're trying to keep that top 3 position for them as they qualified pretty high up, trying to hold that, but there is Torque Master and Prototype. Torque Master and Prototype doing what they can to try to stay in that top 3. They're fighting with each other, and there's Bill Gate, who's actually dropped down into 5th place, trying to do what they can. But here, it is back in the pack, actually, Brighton Motorsports. We just apparently just saw him get spun out by Fiery Dragon. That is not a good look for anyone. However, if we go back into first place, it is Nether Racer now, getting chased down by Lambo. We are on board as Lambo tries to, or excuse me, we're no longer on board, but Lambo is trying to catch up using the slipstream and will try to maybe get onto the inside into the dirt section, and does. Yes, Lambo gets an excellent entry onto the dirt section, very smooth, and will get past. Oh no, a moment for Nether Racer as he goes over a bump and spins out and hits Bill Gates. Oh no, and now they're going to crash into the rest of the cars as they are all trying to recover quickly. And there goes Prototype, there goes Lazy Knight. Lazy Knight does make up a few spots, but has to recover quickly or else he will get passed straight again. Lazy Knight up into 8th place now. Up front, it is now Lambo getting chased down by Torque Master, a name that we haven't seen up in the top 5 for a couple races. And now Kane, who actually has also not been in the top 10 or maybe top 8 for a little bit, makes their way up into 3rd place. The race is now spread out with 2 laps left to go. It is spread out with Lambo in the lead, Torque Master about a second behind, Kane another second behind Torque Master. Oswald really close, actually fighting with Kane for that 3rd place position, followed by the Mateo GT3 car, doing really well as the last place qualifier just really stayed consistent, stayed smooth, and has had no crazy errors, and that keeps them and brought them up into 5th place. Torque Master now using the slipstream gets necked or right beside, trying to make it look, and makes an excellent pass. Actually, I think Lambo went a little bit wide there, maybe had too much speed going off of the corner, and that was a perfect opportunity for Torque Master to get past. Going through now, it's Torque Master in front with Lambo about a half second behind, getting passed again nearly by Kane. Kane making an excellent attempt at a move, but I believe Lambo will fight them off as Torquemaster uses their battle to try to get some more time in front. Yeah, they are now over a second and a half above Kane and Lambo, but here comes Oswald. Oswald, the points leader for the season right now, trying to stay up there in the top 4. Maybe we'll get past these two as they battle. We're going to try to at least. Oh, Lambo! Lambo gets squeezed into the corner of the chicane. Now gets dropped down into 7th place behind Gunoff and Coffeemobile, and that puts Kane and Oswald up into 2nd and 3rd place respectively. That was a crazy moment there. Gets squeezed in by Kane, but they are now have recovered pretty well. Comic Long car name. Oh my goodness, someone has dropped back very far recently. We don't know what's happening there, but I believe they have recovered in the back there. When we're looking at this board, we are still seeing fastest laps of the race. We might see a lap record here now. Actually, let's check on Torquemaster. I believe Torquemaster has had the fastest lap of 1 minute, so not the fastest that we've seen so far, but quick enough to keep them in 1st place and staying consistent. Yeah, very consistent with the 1 minute round, around 1 minute 9, 1 minute 5 mark to keep them up in 1st place. But it is now the final lap. Torquemaster over a second ahead of, oh my goodness, Coffeemobile, who actually, let's check their lap. They just actually had their fastest lap recently, and it was a 59.7. Oh my goodness, an excellent lap for Coffeemobile, letting them catch up, getting past Oswald. Kane, who's actually dropped back. Oh no, in my time of looking, we looked like we missed a very big incident with Kane, who's actually dropped back probably during the dirt section, and now they're back down into 15th place. That is so unfortunate. But for now, we are going to be following this final corners, actually, with Torquemaster, Coffeemobile fighting for the win here. Mateo a bit far behind, trying to stay 3rd place, but that would be an excellent finish for them. But that's not going to keep Oswald from trying to get there, and there goes Oswald. But up in front, it's going to be Torquemaster with a pretty commanding lead. Unless Coffeemobile can pull something out, it looks like Torquemaster will take the win. There it is, barely in front of Coffeemobile. Mateo still trying to fight off Oswald. Lazy Knight, oh my goodness, a very last second move by Lazy Knight getting in front of Oswald. We are going to now check the race finish as we see now in the final lap times. That was a very intense finish there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. It will be Torquemaster, Coffeemobile, Mateo, Lazy Knight barely getting in front of Oswald, Gunoff, Brighton Motorsports, Lambo, Bill Gates, Prototype, Nether Racing, Dirty Drafter, Super Fury, Fiery Dragon, and finally a comically long car name. We don't know what happened to them, but they have been in the back for a while. The lap record though, holy crap. Super Fury doing a crazy lap record of 57.8, absolutely smashing it by over 2 seconds. Oh my goodness, that is incredible. What an incredible race. We are now letting timing and scoring add up the points and put it onto the season board, and we will be with you shortly. After race 3 in the A League, we are now standing with Torquemaster in 1st place with 48 points, 1 point over Oswald, who has 47. In 3rd place, it's still a comically long car name with 33, Brighton Motorsports with 24, or Coffeemobile, excuse me, with 33 as well, tied with comically long car name. Brighton Motorsports with 24, Dirty Drafter with 19, Gunoff with 18, Mateo with 15, Bill Gate with 14, and Lazy Knight with 14. That is your top 10. We do have a lot of ties, but a lot of interesting changes in position for the standings. So again, congratulations to the top 3 finishers of Brighton Motorsports Park A League. Next up, we will be having B League races 2 and 3 to catch up to the A League in terms of tracks and race numbers. But until then, I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, or evening, and I will see you next time.